Hi there guys, Evans Gojo Mentor, and we back again. Hope you guys are doing well and hope you guys are good. I know we've been away for a long time, and the main reason why we actually took a break, we basically dropped the whole video on our main channel. Make sure you check out that video and actually know why we took a break. That is literally after a whole story that you don't want to miss out, because on this channel guys, we're only going to post strictly Forex related content. Without any further waste of time guys, let's start the video. We are finally bringing back our weekly analysis videos, and what we want to do differently guys, mainly in 2024, is that we want to analyze only using pure price action. We're only going to use our FS Gold 4.0 institutional strategy over here only as a way to confirm whether our analysis is correct, especially for the entries that we want to take for this particular week. As you guys know, when we analyze, we always start on a daily time frame, and one thing we always like to do guys, we like to switch to line chart to make sure we're able to check everything on the market and not miss anything. Because as you guys know, for those who are analyzing only using candlesticks, you are going to fall under things called fake outs. One thing I want to talk about first guys is that, as you guys can see, I've labeled this part over here because from the past the market has been basically failing to cross above this line over here. This actually indicates that we used to have a strong resistance here in the past, and today it means that we have a strong support in the future. Because as you guys know, when the market basically fails to cross a point, that is when that point becomes a resistance. And finally, when the market has enough momentum to break above and give us a retest, now that becomes a strong support. This was a strong resistance, and now this is a strong support. So from there on guys, let's go to the current market price. Right now, when we focus on the current market price, the first thing we need to do guys is to first identify our highs and lows of the day. As you guys know, we are analyzing on a daily time frame, so it's important for us to actually cater for the high and low of the day. So guys, the main reason why we want to start analyzing on a daily time frame is so that guys, we have the whole scope of what we're actually looking for on the overall time frame, because we have different types of trading styles. We have scalping traders, we have swing traders, and positional traders. However, we only fall under the scalping and swing traders, because the positional traders are the traders that are trading big chunks of money. I'm talking about institutional traders and basically traders that control the market. Us as retail traders, it's important for us to focus on swing trading and scalping trading. On a swing trade, that is when you are basically planning to hold a trade, I would say, for a couple of days or weeks. And let's say guys, you want to hold your trade for quite a long time, then this means you are a swing trader. Why? Because you prefer to hold trades for more than a day or two, and most importantly, you want to eat the whole movement rather than just eating a small buy from this point to this point. If you are a person who likes to trade basically small positions, then you are a scalping trader. And if you're a person who likes to hold your trades and watch them play out all the way up until your full analysis, then that means you are a swing trader. Let me continue with the video. As you guys can see here, I'm already seeing that we finally had a break above out of our strong resistance, as you guys saw when I started the video, and now this means we are at a strong support and we finally have a new strong resistance. And the reason why we're calling this a strong resistance is because the market has been giving us touches, and most importantly, the market has been failing to cross above and give us those beautiful buys. So we basically know that this will be our strong resistance. We now need to know what kind of a trend are we in, so that we know what kind of trades are we actually looking for in this particular trading pair. I actually forgot to tell you guys, today I'll be analyzing USDJPY together with GBPUSD. I'll only be analyzing two currency pairs, and hopefully you guys pick up a thing or two on how we approach the market. After we basically identified our support area from the bottom, this is called an uptrending support because the trend is going up, and then we're going to look for uptrending resistance. Others can just call it a resistance because the market is failing from crossing above, hence acting as a resistance. One thing I'd like to emphasize guys, especially as traders, is to look for points like this guys. You need to look for points whereby the market is respecting setup. If you have two touches or two confirmations of resistance. I'm talking about a horizontal resistance and a diagonal resistance. This point right here, we call it a high sell zone because we have two confirmations of the fact that the market is at a resistance. We call this a high probability trade. For people who want to look for beautiful scalping opportunities or basically beautiful entry points, you need to look for points whereby you have two confirmation points, just like the one we have here at the bottom for a support line. This point right here, guys, is a very strong support zone because we have two confirmation of support whereby we had a diagonal support and secondly we also have a horizontal support. This gave us an opportunity to see that the market will most likely respect your buys because you are at a high profitability trade. All right, that is one thing I also want to emphasize, guys, because you're going to see every time I want to take trades, I want to know whether I'm taking a low probability trade, a medium probability trade, or a high probability trade. I'll mostly want to take only medium or high probability trades. So once you've basically finished outlining your trends, because most importantly, guys, when you're in a daily time frame, you need to know which trend are you in, because once we know that we are in an overall bullish trend, we do know that we have strong overall buys and sells are basically just a correction. Buys are our impulse moves and sells will be our corrections. So currently, guys, as you guys can see, we are at a resistance and now I'm going to switch back to candlesticks, right? After switching back to candlesticks, guys, knowing that we come from a very strong resistance and a very strong support, we are now currently on our resistance line again. And once I'm finishing with the daily time frame, guys, I can already see that we have a trends in trends, but I'm going to analyze that in a 4-hour time frame. So guys, once we dive in deeper into a 4-hour time frame, I'd like to first identify my trends in trends, whereby I do have a bullish trend in an overall bullish trend. Basically, this is a secondary bullish trend in an overall primary bullish trend. So what you need to find out, guys, is which type of entry opportunities are you looking for. As you guys can see, we are currently at a resistant area and the market has been failing countless times, guys. The market has been failing countless times to basically break above our resistant area, making sure that we have a strong resistant area and we basically have a surplus of sellers coming in and preventing the buyers from basically going up. This means that the market is most likely to give us a sell towards the downside, right? So now what we need to identify, guys, is the support area or where your overall sell will end, especially for those who are swing traders, right? We now see that this was once a very strong resistance area here at the back, and now it means that this will be our support area currently in the future, right? And having this type of setup, guys, a lot of people can call it many names, can call it triple touches, head and shoulder, or basically having multiple touches. Whichever confirmation you might have, guys, we just know that the market has been failing from crossing this point. And what we need to know is when should we look for trading opportunities. Because one thing I am seeing for sure, guys, is that we are actually at a consolidation area over here, meaning that the market hasn't been going overall up or overall down. It's been basically playing around in this area, making this a consolidation point. For those who want to enter sells, you need to know when to exit your sells, because if you do hold your sells, the market actually break above and continue pushing up. However, if you do have your right confirmations, the market can actually break below and give you a nice sell towards the downside. However, guys, you can only know whether you want to hold or scalp that particular trade once the market starts moving. So currently, guys, after I identified my secondary bullish trend in my overall primary bullish trend, I now need to focus on entry opportunities. Guys, it's important to not be biased when you analyze. You need to know that, guys, we do not control the markets, right? So most of the time when we want to enter trades, we like to go to a 15 minutes time frame, because in a 15 minutes time frame, that is where most likely we like to take trades. We usually use 30 minutes going down all the way up to 5 minutes. Currently, guys, I am seeing that we have a strong resistance leading the market towards the downside, meaning that we must also have a support, right? And looking at this trend over here, guys, we are having a slightly bearish trend leading towards the downside. We are currently in a bearish trend because we had a higher high, but then it changed to a lower high because we now had a lower low, second lower high, a lower low, and a third lower high, and we're expecting a third lower low. This is where we first expecting to see where our sales would go, to see whether the market will respect our selling opportunities, right? Because only just focusing on this particular trend, we are seeing that we have sellers in place. And for those who actually want to have signals for us completely for free, guys, make sure you join our Telegram groups, guys. The link will be on the description below. This is basically how you can join our Telegram groups, going on our description and clicking on our currency group and our Nasdaq groups, guys. That is where we give people signals entirely for free. Already this week, we gave a free signal on USDJPY today, and today is actually Tuesday. You are going to see this analysis on a Wednesday moving forward, but you guys have to know that we are actually giving people all these ideas that we're always analyzing here for you guys. We do actually give them out and make sure we're helping out people as much as we possibly can. One thing I want to talk about, guys, is that I am not a market maker. I do not force or even try to predict the market. I simply follow. So every time I analyze, I have to have a biased opinion, because when we analyze, guys, there's a probability that market will respect you, and there's a possibility that the market won't respect your setup. Because if the market does fail from going below from this point, it can mean that we might be looking for buy opportunities towards the upside, mainly because we also have a support area from this side and we might be in a bullish trend. You can only know which setup is the market taking only if the market follows through, right? So never force your predictions on the market. Wait for the market to see what exactly is the market telling you before you basically want to take a trade. Why we actually gave sellers in the group, guys, is because using our 4.0, guys, we basically use naked charts and price action to identify which kind of trend are we in, which kind of setup are we in, which kind of trades are we looking for. And once we're done, we now use our 4.0 script or 4.0 strategy to understand basically the buyers and sellers coming in the market. As you guys can see, guys, we do have a lot of bearish order blocks here, indicating that we do have strong sellers coming in, especially from this point, and we only have buyers coming in from the support area that we have at this point, meaning that the reason why we gave ourselves, guys, was because after we analyzed, we also had a confirmation of bearish order blocks using our 4.0 institutional strategy. From this point right here, the market can literally turn, guys. Like I showed you before, the market can literally turn, because this could be a support area, because the market has been from the past failing to cross this area over here. But because I have a strategy, because I'm going to follow the market religiously, I will follow my strategy, which is a combination of price action and obviously our 4.0 institutional strategy. So guys, for those who wanted to know, USDJPY for us this week is sales, guys. We are focusing on sales. However, we do know that the market can respect the support area here and reject our sales and basically hit stop loss, guys. I'm not trying to avoid stop losses, guys. Losses are part of the market. I'll only embrace my profits and learn from my losses. So now let me remove the 4.0 institutional strategy, and this is how your chart will look like on a naked chart. So for those who want to swing, you only need to swing after the market breaks below, gives you a retest. That's when you can basically hold your entries even more, or even enter a new entry from this area over here and continue scalping your entries. All right, now let me go analyze my second pair, which is GBP USD. And as you guys know, we always start analyzing from a daily time frame, guys. And GBP USD has been in a bearish momentum, guys. And most importantly, as you guys know, we always first start with our line chart. From our line chart, guys, I like to first check out all the stops in the market and see what does the market actually respect, right? I'm going to first look for my lowest point, which is this point over here. And I'm going to look for my highest point, which is this point right here, right? The market has been slightly consolidating in this trend, even though I do see that we've been in a slight bearish trend towards the downside, but I can see that also the market has been consolidating, especially after it crossed below this support area that we once had here in the past, right? Cross below now means that we have a strong resistance area at this point, because ever since then the market has been struggling to cross that area, right? I'm just analyzing from a daily time frame, just basically have the feel and understand what kind of an instrument are we operating with over here, right? And I also do see that we also have a strong support area from over here. This was just, I would say, lower low, and this was a second lower low. What I'm looking for, guys, is a place that has a lot of retest, a place whereby I'm seeing that the market has been failing to break below. And currently, guys, I can see that this point right here has been our strong support area. You can use this as a low of the day, and you can also use this point over here as the high of the day, especially focusing on the current market price. Right now, looking at the current market price, guys, we are currently in a secondary bullish trend. Our primary trend is actually a bearish trend. Right, I want to see now where I want to take my support area. I want to basically see where will the market respect our support area. Right, this is basically, I would say, a fake out, because we wanted to create a lower low. Just want to test now how will our trend look. And just like that, guys, we do have our trend. Let me remove my overall bearish trend, because we already know that GPUSD has been an overall bearish trend, but currently we have been in a secondary bullish trend pushing towards the upside. Right, what we need to know is our strong resistant areas. One thing I can see, guys, especially after analyzing USDJPY, guys, I am seeing something I actually spoke about on my previous analysis, guys. I'm seeing a possibility. I'm seeing a possibility of being at a very strong support area. Can you guys tell me the reason why? I'm gonna give you guys a minute. For those who got it right, guys, we actually have a double confirmation of a support area. We have a horizontal support and also a vertical support area over here, indicating that we might be at a very strong support area and we might actually be looking at very strong buys. However, guys, you have to bear in mind this week is actually NFP week, and the market is most likely to play around before respecting our setup. And guys, bear in mind, this is just a daily time frame. I'm only looking at the overall market price, right? But I am seeing that we are at the most critical and important part in our secondary bullish trend over here. Once I'm done with my line chart, I go back on my candlesticks, guys. Now let me dive in deeper and go to 4 hours. Now, once we're in our 4 hours, guys, we need to know what are we looking for, right? We do know that, guys, in our 4 hours, currently the market has also been in a consolidation, guys. The market has been playing around at this area, guys. The market has been playing around at this area. The market has been failing to basically break outside above this area, whereby we had an impulse move correction, and now expecting an impulse move back towards the upside, right? That is exactly what we're looking at, looking just at this current market price, guys. And as you guys know, man, we have trading times. I know this might look like a beautiful entry at this particular time and moment, but as you guys know, I don't just trade whenever I want to trade. I have a trading plan, and I need to follow both my trading plan and also my strategy, right? At the current market price in 4 hours, we actually have a bearish trend, right? We have a bearish trend, and we are at the most critical point in our bearish trend, because we are obviously starting to build up our buy momentum, right? What I want to know is how hard will our buys actually be? Will this be a strong buy or basically a weak buy, right? We do know that this can be the first take profit if you want to take your bias, and this can be basically your second take profit if you want to take your bias, right? And across above can actually lead to more bias up until the upside. But as long as we haven't crossed this bearish trend, we are most likely to reverse here at the top. Let me show you what I mean. If the market does fail to actually break above, we are now most likely to reverse back at the bottom, and then the market will play around, either going up or going down, right? The market for GPUSD, guys, is looking beautiful for buyers, right? So now let me use my 4.0 confirmation to see whether we have buyers coming in. And just like that, guys, as you guys can see, we have bullish order blocks from the bottom, and we have a bearish order block exactly where I placed my take profit one. For those who want to be scalp traders, this is basically a perfect opportunity for you to know that you are most likely going to have a beautiful scalp, because moving above this area, the only question is the market will test whether we have strong sellers coming in here, because if we do have strong sellers coming in, then the market will reject from this point. However, if this point right here is not strong enough and the buyers push in hard, because we do have a bullish order block from the bottom, then the market will basically build momentum to break above and test on the overall bearish order block that we have over here, which is where most sellers are coming in. This way, we basically know that we'll have our first pullbacks or our first retracement looking at this particular trade. And guys, you need to also bear in mind, even though we might have so many confirmations, we do not lead the market. Guys, this is still a support area, and for the fact that the market can fail to cross above, it means that it can also break below and lead to more sells towards the downside. Because overall, guys, remember our daily time frame, we are in an overall bearish trend. Our primary trend is a bearish trend, so the market can actually sell because overall we are in a bearish trend. I'm just telling you guys to know that when you analyze, don't think you are a god. Understand that losses are possible, understand that there's a possibility and also probability that you might be wrong, right? For entry opportunities, guys, let's go to 15 minutes. I was just looking at the market from a 4-hour time frame. Right now, in our 15-minute chart, guys, we are seeing that we are looking for beautiful buys, and you need to know, if you're a scalper, where are you planning to enter your buys and where are you planning to basically exit your buys, right? If you are wrong, you need to know where to place your stop loss, and you need to know where to place your take profits, right? So basically, guys, this will be my take profit one. I like to put it on the second reversal. This is obviously a fake out, and then I'd like to place my TP2 at the end of the reversal, which is already where I placed it before, right? So guys, GBPUSD, we are looking for buyers. For those who will be joining us in our groups, watch out for this particular trade. GBPUSD is looking very beautiful for buys. We do understand that we might have a potential of also selling because we're in an overall bearish trend, but currently at the moment we do have beautiful buys. As you guys see, guys, so my stop loss actually gave the market enough room to play around to actually confirm whether I'm still in that bullish trade. Because for those who actually have tight stop losses, they always get stopped out too quickly before the market confirms their overall trade. Because why? They're focusing too much on pips and not necessarily your particular trade, guys. The reason you have a stop loss must be a place whereby you're saying, from this particular point, from this particular area over here, I'm saying that I am wrong with my buys, and this is my take profit one, and this will be my take profit two. That is when I'm willing to make more profits, more than the losses that I can actually make. Nonetheless, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. We have more videos coming in, especially in 2024, guys. Hope you guys stay tuned. This channel will be strictly for Forex related content, and for those who want to know which broker we're using, you guys know we trade with the one and only Xness, because I have literally tried out all brokers in South Africa and most of them always refuse to pay me out when I have to make withdrawals. So make sure you trade with a broker that is very big, a broker that has a lot of liquidity that can pay you out, especially for those who take trading very seriously, guys. I'm trading full time and I might have some business on the side, but I'm a full-time trader. Nonetheless, guys, this is FS Gojo Mentor signing out.